Welcome back to Wealthstone. I'm Greg Shaw, here with your February market update. Today we'll be covering three key areas. Number one, strong corporate earnings in the US and why I remain bullish for 2025. Number two, Trump's trade policies and why we need to focus on actual tariffs, not media speculation. And number three, ongoing concerns about the Canadian economy with inflation ticking up and an election on the horizon. Let's dive in. The US stock market continues to show strength, with the S&P 500 reaching record highs in mid-February. Corporate earnings for Q4 2024 have come in strong, with the S&P 500 reporting about 16.9% year-over-year earnings growth. This is the highest it's been since 2021. Sectors like tech, industrials, and consumer discretionary are leading the way, fueled by consumer demand and more stable interest rates. The labor market remains resilient, and with inflation under control, the Federal Reserve is in a position to maintain a steady approach to monetary policy. This means businesses can focus on growth rather than reacting to aggressive rate hikes. Bottom line, the fundamentals look solid, and I continue to remain bullish for 2025. I see opportunities in tech and AI, clean energy, and so many others. It is a great time to be an investor. Let's talk about the one name dominating every news cycle, Trump. Whether you're in the US or Canada, you can't escape it. Every network, every article, every tweet is analyzing, speculating, stirring up controversy about his policies. Here is my advice. Ignore the noise. News headlines exist to sell advertising dollars, not to give you a balanced economic outlook. Instead of getting caught up in the endless political drama, let's focus on what actually matters: real policies that impact markets. We already know Trump is interested in new tariffs, particularly on China and even US allies. But what really counts is what gets passed and enforced, not what's being thrown around in a speech or a tweet. Markets adapt, businesses adjust, and long-term investors should stay focused on the fundamentals, not headlines. If new tariffs do come into effect, there could be sector-related impacts. Industrials and energy could see gains, while some consumer goods might see higher costs. But overall, this is not 2018 all over again. Companies have already adjusted to supply chains, and markets are far more prepared than they were during the last round of trade uncertainty. So don't let fear-based headlines drive your investment decisions. Focus on the numbers, the actual policies, and the opportunities that come with change. Now, let's talk about Canada. The economy remains under pressure, and we just saw inflation tick back up to 1.9% in January, largely due to rising energy costs. Gasoline prices increased about 8.6% year over year, driving inflation even higher as other sectors remain stable. This is something the Bank of Canada will be watching closely. While inflation is still below the 2% target, an upward trend could delay future interest rate cuts, which many Canadians are hoping for. Beyond inflation, economic growth remains sluggish, and household debt levels are still a major concern. Many Canadians are feeling the pinch of high borrowing costs, and consumer spending is slowing down. One potential catalyst for change? A federal election. While election often brings uncertainty, it could also provide a much-needed economic roadmap. Regardless of who wins, new policies could shape Canada's financial future. For investors, this is a time to stay diversified, consider exposure to US markets, where economic growth is stronger, while keeping an eye on opportunities within Canada as conditions evolve. To sum up, strong US corporate earnings support my bullish outlook for 2025. Trump's trade policies are making headlines, but we need to focus on what actually gets implemented. Canada's economy remains challenged, with inflation creeping back up due to rising energy costs. But a potential election could bring new direction. As always, stay informed, stay diversified, and focus on the long term. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more financial insights from Wealthstone Incorporated.